Imagine pairing Uranus, one of the most resilient tanks in Mobile Legends, with Lesley, a deadly sniper who thrives from a safe distance. How does Uranus create the perfect shield, allowing Lesley to snipe enemies without breaking a sweat? Could his endless healing and tankiness be the key to unlocking Lesley's full sniping potential in any battle? What happens when Lesley's unmatched sniping power meets Uranus' continuous regeneration and shielding? This duo turns into a powerhouse, dominating team fights and objectives. Is this the secret formula you've been missing to dominate the battlefield? Find out by taking this unstoppable duo into your next game. Uranus, as one of the most resilient tanks in Mobile Legends, is the perfect complement to Lesley, enhancing her ability to deal significant damage from a safe distance. Uranus' primary role is to act as a frontline shield, absorbing enemy damage and creating space for Lesley to use her long-range sniping capabilities without fear of being easily targeted. His Radiance passive allows him to continuously heal and stay in the fight longer, making him an ideal partner for Lesley, who relies on proper positioning and distance to unleash her full potential. With Uranus drawing enemy attention and soaking up hits, Lesley can focus on dealing massive amounts of damage with her basic attacks and skills. Lesley's passive, lethal shot increases her damage when attacking enemies from a distance, and with Uranus engaging enemies and keeping them at bay, she can safely position herself to maximize her damage output. Uranus' ability to sustain through enemy damage makes him an excellent shield, ensuring Lesley remains untouched as she rains down critical hits from afar. In team fights, Uranus excels at creating chaos and drawing enemy fire, allowing Lesley to fully utilize her ultimate snipe. This ability requires precise positioning and timing, and Uranus' role as a frontline tank allows Lesley to safely activate her ultimate without the threat of immediate retaliation. While Uranus is diving into the enemy team and disrupting their formation, Lesley can lock onto key targets and eliminate them with ease, as her ultimate deals massive damage to priority targets like enemy carries or low-health heroes. Overall, the combination of Uranus' tankiness and Lesley's high damage makes for a powerful team dynamic. By acting as the frontline shield and absorbing enemy damage, Uranus allows Lesley to stay safe and focus on dealing consistent damage from a distance. Together, they form a deadly duo that can dominate team fights and take down objectives with ease. With Uranus drawing enemy fire and Lesley sniping from the back line, this combination leads to victory after victory. When playing Lesley alongside Uranus in Mobile Legends, the synergy between the two can greatly influence your approach in each phase of the game. Uranus acts as a strong frontline, absorbing damage and creating space, while Lesley stays safe in the back, dealing significant damage. Here's how to play this duo through the game stages. At the start, Lesley focuses on farming and playing cautiously, while Uranus uses his durability to zone enemies and protect her from early aggression. Uranus can push the wave with his ionic edge, enabling Lesley to last-hit minions safely. His passive radiance allows him to regenerate health, making him difficult to dislodge from lane, which gives Lesley the freedom to stay in the lane longer without needing to retreat. If enemies get too close, Uranus can poke and slow them, while Lesley pokes from a distance with lethal shot. Play safe, letting Uranus take the lead in tanking damage, and use camouflage to escape or reposition when enemies engage too heavily. Uranus' presence means you don't have to worry about early-game ganks as much, as he can soak up the pressure, allowing you to farm efficiently. By the mid-game, Uranus' tankiness becomes more pronounced, allowing him to initiate or disengage fights. With items like Dominance Ice or Oracle, Uranus can dive deeper into enemy territory, creating chaos and space for Lesley to deal damage from afar. Lesley should focus on roaming with Uranus to help her team in skirmishes or to secure objectives like turtle or towers. During team fights, Uranus should be up front, absorbing damage and disrupting the enemy's formation, which allows Lesley to snipe from a safe distance. When Uranus uses Transcendent Ward for shielding and mobility, Lesley should follow up by using her ultimate snipe to finish off weakened enemies. With Uranus drawing attention, Lesley can often go unnoticed, which allows her to deal massive critical damage without worrying about being targeted. Stick close to Uranus, but maintain your positioning at the back of team fights. As long as Uranus is keeping enemies busy, Lesley can maximize her damage output. In the late game, Uranus and Lesley become a deadly combination. Uranus excels at diving deep into enemy lines, distracting and absorbing all the attention, while Lesley stays safely behind, picking off targets with high critical damage. At this stage, Uranus becomes nearly unkillable thanks to his consecration ultimate, giving Lesley more freedom to play aggressively and target high-priority enemies like the opposing marksman or mage. In team fights, Uranus initiates, diving into the enemy team to cause disruption. This opens the opportunity for Lesley to unleash her full potential, using her basic attacks and ultimate to finish off enemies who are already weakened by Uranus' continuous pressure. As Uranus soaks up damage, Lesley can safely reposition with camouflage, ensuring that she's always out of harm's way. By the late game, Lesley's role is to deal damage consistently, while Uranus ensures she can do so without being threatened. Together, they control the tempo of team fights, making it difficult for the enemy to focus down Lesley while Uranus remains an ever-present threat. This duo thrives when Lesley capitalizes on the space created by Uranus, leading to a dominant late-game presence that can carry the team to victory. For Lesley in Mobile Legends, the right core items are crucial to unlocking her full potential as a long-range damage dealer, allowing her to dominate both in team fights and one-on-one situations. Here's a breakdown of the core items that elevate Lesley's damage output, sustain, and ability to carry games. First, Berserker's Fury. This is the must-have item for Lesley as it provides a massive boost to critical damage, which is the foundation of her burst potential. Berserker's Fury increases both critical hit chance and critical damage, allowing Lesley's basic attacks to hit significantly harder, especially when combined with her passive, Lethal Shot. Every time she lands a critical hit, enemies will feel the full force of her sniper shots. Second, Swift Boots. Movement speed is key for positioning Lesley properly in fights, and Swift Boots not only increase her mobility, but also boost her attack speed. This allows her to fire more shots, ensuring more opportunities to land critical hits. The added attack speed synergizes well with her long-range playstyle, helping her deal consistent damage from a distance. Third, Endless Battle. Endless Battle is a core item that adds a lot of utility to Lesley's kit. It provides lifesteal, mana regenerate, and true damage on her basic attacks after casting a skill, which complements her ability to poke enemies and follow up with enhanced attacks. When Lesley uses Camouflage or Master of Camouflage, her next basic attack triggers Endless Battle's true damage, making it an excellent tool for bursting down enemies and sustaining herself in fights. Fourth, Blade of Despair. This is the ultimate damage amplifier for Lesley. Blade of Despair gives her a huge increase in physical attack, allowing her to deal massive damage, especially to low-health targets. Combined with her critical hits from Berserker's Fury, Lesley becomes a true assassin capable of taking down squishy heroes in just a few hits. With this item, her presence in team fights becomes even more terrifying. Fifth, Malefic Roar. As the game progresses, tanks and other heroes will start building armor to counter Lesley's damage. Malefic Roar is the perfect answer to this problem, as it provides physical penetration, allowing her to shred through enemy armor with ease. This item ensures that even heavily armored tanks can't stand in her way, making Lesley a threat to all enemies, regardless of their defenses. Final item, Wind of Nature. To keep Lesley safe from enemy assassins or burst damage, Wind of Nature is a great defensive item. It provides attack speed and physical lifesteal, but most importantly, it has an active skill that grants immunity to physical damage for a short period. This allows Lesley to avoid dangerous bursts from enemy marksmen or assassins, giving her the opportunity to reposition or finish off enemies safely. With these core items, Lesley transforms into a long-range sniper with high burst potential, capable of deleting enemies from a distance while staying safe with clever positioning. If you want to dish out devastating damage while keeping your opponents on edge, these items are key to dominating the battlefield. In conclusion, Mastering Lesley with the right core items and understanding her role at each stage of the game can make her an unstoppable force in Mobile Legends. By focusing on items that boost critical damage, burst potential, and survivability, you can fully utilize her long-range sniping abilities while maintaining the flexibility to engage and disengage as needed. Whether you're ambushing enemies or picking them off from a distance, Lesley can be a formidable asset to any team. Her ability to reposition with Master of Camouflage gives her an edge in both escaping danger and setting up high-damage shots. Lesley's biggest weaknesses is her susceptibility to burst damage from assassins. Assassins like Gus Ion or Lancelot can catch Lesley off guard if she's poorly positioned. To counter this, ensure you have good vision of the map, rely on tankier teammates like Uranus to peel for you, and use Lesley's ultimate snipe from a safe position to finish off enemies while avoiding unnecessary risks. Despite this challenge, Lesley's potential for game-changing plays is undeniable when played smartly. By managing her weaknesses and leaning into her strengths, Lesley can deal devastating damage and carry her team to victory. Be sure to subscribe for more in-depth guides, tips, and strategies to help you master other heroes in Mobile Legends.